Does that make you feel better? Now that you're out of water and you'll be thirsty the rest of the podcast.
We spent so long setting it up, my entire water bottle's gone.
Okay, to be fair, last time we recorded this, like, a week before we recorded, I, like, noticed it had that problem where it was, like, you only have, like, 20 minutes of footage able to be filmed. And then, but by the time we recorded, it was just fine. And I was like, it just didn't do that anymore.
We did another hour of footage, dude.
Yeah, we gave it an hour.
We got another hour.
I know, and now
Your phone was having a stroke the whole time.
Yeah. No, my phone said, that sounds great to me, man.
Sounds awesome.
I think this is a good idea.
It's good, because I didn't, normally, like, I have to make I have to make a copy of the video for, like, editing reasons.
Yeah.
Because in CapCut, when you're, like, exporting a video, so it's not for long, I have 2 copies of the video, but when you're, like, exporting the video, you need the video to be in there for it to work. And so...
Me who just doesn't use editing softwares.
Yeah, I know. So, and it's terrible. But for this most recent one, I don't think my phone can take that right now. So I just straight uploaded it to YouTube.
There will be no copying that.
I will not be opening CapCut today.
Man, that's unfortunate.
I was going through my phone storage, deleting a bunch of crap to, like, make room for this. And one of them's like CapCut is like 3.5 gigabytes. I'm like, what's in there?
What did I do?
And so I'm like, maybe I need to, like, go in and, like...
3.5 gigabytes, that's hard to hit on a phone.
Yeah, and it's like, well, the thing is, like, each episode is around, like, 7 to 8 gigabytes.
This is fine.
So I'm like, where are those 3.5 gigabytes coming from?
Yes.
CapCut, you have some explaining to do.
No, it doesn't. CapCut's in the right completely.
It's like, so I'm thinking about uninstalling and reinstalling it to see if the number goes down at all.
My favorite thing about Sports Psych is every time we get assigned a video and I'm like, I ain't doing the editing. Namely because I don't know how, and second off, I don't want to learn how because that sounds like work. And then I'm like, alright, but that means I have to, like, star in the video somehow so I can say that, like, I actually put work towards this project. And I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll do this. They're like, hey, go do this now. I'm like, yeah, I'm good with that. I'll be in that frame.
Yeah.
For the 2 videos,
I
the 2 videos that Skylar's been there, he's done the same thing in both videos.
Why is it always just us running?
I had no shame in my Sports Psych videos. I remember I was, like, a lead role in one and, like, supporting role in another.
No, I lead role in all of them by some misfortune.
I was the lead role in the first one.
Yes and no.
Yeah. The first one I beat the heck out of somebody.
I got
that was
the
my
group
role.
lead, okay? I was the one who was assigned the group and had to find people. By that I mean everyone walked over to my table and I was like, yo, cool, I have a group now.
I remember
this is what having friends does. Everyone just walks here because they know you.
Yeah. I remember I never played any part in editing. I remember the first one we made Anna do it because she had experience with iMovie. The second one we made Blake do for some reason.
That's too good. It's like, you got it.
At least I think it was like...
That would not work currently. You'd have Blake for one class period, then you just dip for the next 18.
It was either Blake or Kale. One of the two were like, alright fam, you got this, right?
Maybe.
You have an iPhone, you do it.
I remember our most recent video being, like, completely out of order, and I was just like,
oh, yeah.
Editing skills are flawless, guys.
Perfect.
They sent every single clip individually at different times. They weren't in order at all. So we just got random parts of him running to someone shooting a basketball, then back to him running.
That's
not
so
in
funny.
any particular order. No.
It's like a movie flopping between the scenes. It's like, yo, what is this character doing now? What is this character doing now? But, like, we are not cohesive enough to watch the same character for more than 2 seconds straight.
That sounds hilarious.
We are like Joe Biden in that class. We have no
It was even
temporal
better though, because like they weren't even the clips that went together weren't even in order. So you would have him finishing a race and then later on starting the race just randomly.
The Oppenheimer
middle of the
timeline.
race.
Yeah. It's so glorious, okay?
That sounds hilarious. I don't see a problem.
Not to mention, your sister is one of the people who edited this video. I am absolutely calling people out right now.
I guys, she did. Yeah, she did.
Just put it in CapCut and organize it. It's not hard.
It wasn't even one video though. It was like 15.
Yeah, I know. You just throw them all into CapCut.
I know, but no, like when he was watching it, it wasn't even one video. It was 15 different videos.
I was gonna say, every single time, it would go, like, movie 1 at the bottom, and, like, all of the, like, you know, information for the save file or whatever is, like,
Yeah.
movie 1, and then,
Like-
we'd flip to the next one, and it's, like, movie 2.jad, like, it's just, like, what is happening? And, like, you'd flip to the next one, movie 8, it's like, I don't know what's happening anymore.
You were getting the retro experience, right? You like swap out the things and it's like, bump.
Straight,
Bro. No, you should have committed and done the silent film where you just, each is just separated by a box of text.
Shit, we need to do that one too.
I gotta do a silent film. That's not so I can just go and then just cut stuff. Oh my gosh.
We just need to do another film in general. Those were fun to make.
They were something.
They were fun to make, I guess, but also, do we really want to just be like, all right, Fred, it's your time again?
Yeah, I know. That's the only reason that we haven't done another one is the problem.
Well, you don't like just forcing Fred to edit the video. Me who showed up in the middle of that during a run and complained about the fact that the 2 cross-country runners that were there weren't running.
That was a good time.
I was hoping you guys got, like, footage of me running away. You just put it in the bloopers.
That would
You did not.
Nah,
For which one?
for the
The Guardians of Syracuse or whatever
Yeah.
it was. Yeah.
yeah, you showed up for like a
Oh,
few
yeah.
seconds.
I was gonna say, I showed up
I
for,
forgot.
like, a solid 15 seconds and complained with Coach... Or no, complained with Clinton about our coach, and was like, these workouts
Yeah.
are extra easy. And I was just like, alright guys, I'll catch you later.
Goodbye, fellas.
By the
No.
way, this is when the road up by, like, my house and Fred's house was closed, and I was like, yo, how do I get around this? And I was like, I'm just gonna run through this, like, open field where I definitely shouldn't be.
Okay.
Casual trespassing, which you have experience with.
Truly.
Do you want to talk about it?
Plot armor.
Didn't you just hide in the building?
No, I did not. No, we all got out. We all agreed beforehand. Like, before even going in, we were like, what are we doing if the cops come? We're like, we're all just walking out.
Yeah.
Because this is the good ending compared to, like, getting stabbed by some hobo in the building that was just there, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
True.
this is the good ending. That's what we all agreed upon.
Yeah.
And as we're, like, we entered this part of it, and it was like, yo, we smell like propane. And me and Nate look at each other, we're like, yo, we should not be here. And then as we're like, yo, we should turn around and, like, get out because it smells like gas leak in here. We hear on, like, because there's, like, a garage door separating us at this point, and you just hear, like, banging on the garage door. It's
Boom,
like,
boom,
Ogden,
boom.
police, come out. And we're like, whoa.
Hold on.
I was already on the way out. What do you mean?
You should have been a little faster there, then you would have had. Then you would have been out in time.
True.
Yeah, anyway, we all get out, and then, you know, they're like, so, the owner of the building, and we're like, yo, abandoned building, there's an owner? That's not how that works.
That happens.
They're like, the owner of the building wants to give you all citations, and we're like, well, I guess we're all getting citations. Luckily, 2 of us are, like, or no, only 2 of us are 18, so only 2 of us are getting tickets. Everyone else has youth court privilege. And we're just like, either way, we're fine. We're just all kind of shaken up.
Just like,
And then-
police.
And they take the 2 18-year-olds aside, and they're like, yo, this is like indoctrination of minors. This could be an even bigger ticket. They're like, wait, what?
You're like, wait, I agreed to that.
And then the second officer comes back, and he's like, we're gonna let you off. We're not giving you tickets. And we're like, wait, what? And, like, after we all get in the car, so,
They
like,
rolled
they
a
definitely just did not want to write the paperwork because they would have been there till, like, 1 in the morning, and it was already, like, 10:40.
They
They're
did
like,
the math
we
in
could
their
just
heads.
let them leave right now, and then we don't have to call all of their parents and get them out here to drive them home because, you know, we would have been out after curfew at that point.
Yeah.
So it was just like, what if we don't write them tickets and then we don't have to call their parents and force them to come out here to drive them home?
No,
I think that was legitimately the thought process there. They were just like, nah, I'm not waiting around till 1 a.m. for this. They're going home right now.
The one of the 18-year-olds just rolled like a nat 20 on persuasion. It was just they did the Jedi mind trick. They were just like, you gonna let us go.
Dude, that's one of the greatest videos I've ever seen. Is like, this has got to be the stupidest
thing
ever.
ever.
Where he walks up to an officer or tries to like just walk into some place and it's like, sir, you can't go in there. You have to pay for it. You will let me and my family in? Okay.
But it's so awesome.
I need to try that trick sometimes.
You know, by the way, speaking of youth corps, I gotta go in on May 1st for that.
Yo, that sounds awesome.
I remember like that temple trip specifically. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna go with like the girls this time. I woke up that morning. I'm like, the temple feels like a bad idea right now. Like I'm getting the bad vibes. Maybe I shouldn't go. And then I was like, you know what? No. Jesus needs me at the temple. Okay, so I show up and I'm like, car of 6 dudes.
In a 5-person.
Or I could go with the girls. I was like, I definitely don't want to drive today. That's what I'm avoiding, truly.
Yeah.
Is just driving. I don't want to have to be the one driving. I feel bad things. And I was like, you know what? We're going with the girls. And then we're like on the intersection of 2000. We just barely roll through the intersection and we're like, yo, there's cop lights up there. Like, I see the red and blue of police. We're like, they definitely got pulled over, right? And then you guys send it in the group chat. I want to say before we even passed you, you're like, the runner's dead. Like, yo.
I think sending out the run is dead is the funniest way to respond to being pulled over.
Dude, I don't even think I was going as fast as the guy said. Because, like, everybody who's, like, was looking at the thing said, nah, you ain't even going 20 over. What the frick?
You know what's even funnier, though? I want to say it was either, like, the night before or something. We had a nice, lovely run-in where we, no, maybe it was, like, the week before. We dropped off corn syrup at Rob's house. Rob is the track coach. Not track coach, but distance coach in particular.
Okay.
Because he needed syrup, right? And we were like, we'll get him corn syrup instead because we're really funny. And also, he said that he bought the syrup already.
Was that the night of SpongeBob movie?
Yeah, SpongeBob movie.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, Blake, Ryan, we gotta go. And we drop off syrup. And that same night, we're driving back, and I'm like, yo, that's a cop. And in the middle of saying cop, I got cut off by, like, the lights turning on. And I'm like, yo, that's a cop.
That's a cop.
Ryan, like, hits the brakes. We're finally going the speed limit. We get, like, all the way up to the intersection. And then, like, we're like, he's back there far enough. We just start blowing through the intersection. Like, he's not going to follow us. We're fine. Alright, the issue is you don't realize how far radar goes, right?
Yeah.
Radar also goes in all directions. I just want to point that out. So you could be behind the car, the cop car, and they're still gonna, like, pick up how fast you're going and that you're speeding.
And then you stop.
Alright, it's fine in the cities because the cities are small and there's a lot of things blocking the radar. Out on, like, an open freeway, that thing goes for miles. It doesn't matter where you are. You're getting caught.
Nothing pisses me off more than seeing a cop in front of me go like 20 over, and then I'm like, bro, you pulled me.
Dude,
bro,
that happened to me on the road I got pulled over on. And I was so mad.
Like, bro, you pull us over for this, but then you do that?
Officer, I'm going 10 over and you're getting further away. Officer, get back here. I remember one time I was like, it was like actually like a few days ago, I was like driving down 300 and 300 people are always going like 5 under and I'm like, this is so cringe. But I was with like, there's like 3 other cars in front of me and we were all going like 10 over and I was like, this is so awesome. We're zooming but as a squad.
Yeah,
and then we all slow down to like, and then like every car in front of me slows down to like 5 under. I'm like, what happened? And then I see a sheriff pass by and I'm like, that's what happened.
No. It's been so scuffed because first off, there's like construction everywhere. So everyone, at the same time I leave for school, which is at like, 6:55, 7 o'clock, everyone starts going down 3,000. And then some, like, Salt Lake City police car just, like, got parked there on 3000, and everyone, like, sees it, and they're like, "You gotta slow down, guys, there's a cop!" And then, you know, everyone's going, like, 25 instead of 30, and I'm like, this does not help the flow of traffic when, you know, all the other roads are closed, so the only way to go is, like, 3000. It's like, this is terrible.
True.
Why are we going slow?
True.
I feel like over time there's just encased in more construction, just like
I've gotten to the point where every time I start going down 3000, I just wait for there to be no cars in the left lane, and I do a straight shot all the way down to the left turn lane, and I'm like, I'm so done. I get past that last roundabout on 3000, I'm like, yo, all the way down to 300 north, come on, just give me an opening.
please.
And I do it every time without flaw now. And I also know that police car is not manned. So, like,
Wait a minute.
first off, there's a wall of cars. He's not getting to me. We're fine.
It's like the logic I always use like at an intersection. It's like, if that person's turning left, then I can turn right. True. If they can make it, I can. And if they can't make it, they're blocking for me.
Yeah.
Dude.
Protected turns are so base.
Dude, I hate turning out of the school, like, from where I go, because the person in the left turn lane always pulls out farther than me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
And I'm
just
sitting there like, bro, I have a small car. You're in a big truck. I cannot see around you.
you just have to trust him, man.
You gotta believe, and then you have, like, me
No.
out here in my, like, freaking low to the ground cars,
You
like...
can see under them.
No. I've just gotten to the point where I start looking through their windows. I'm like,
I know,
is there a
well,
car over there?
No,
Like,
but
yeah.
they're just like the cars where you can't see through the windows because they're either too high or they're just blacked out, and you're like,
So you got
buddy,
the nice
what the
black
crap?
tint.
It's like, buddy, what the crap? I need to get out of here sometime.
Nothing could be better than my old Jaguar's tint where I got pulled over. They couldn't see the license in the back.
You're like, it's there, I swear.
Guys, that, like, you know, little paper plate they give you when you first buy a car, it's there, I swear. It just fell down a little bit, and you can't see through my ultra black tint because, you know, for whatever reason, it had to be the blackest thing on the planet.
For whatever reason, that's also legal.
Yeah,
True.
it is legal in this state.
Just there's not much that's only legal in the state. Gambling's one of the things that's only not legal in the state, except for Hawaii. Hawaii also doesn't allow it.
That's awesome.
It's Hawaii and Utah. They're the remaining two. They're like, no, you can't do it.
The last one standing.
I think Utah would be the last one remaining.
Probably.
I think Hawaii is more likely to do it.
Especially since tourist destination.
Yeah,
stuff.
it's in Utah's constitution that says no gambling.
Utah went no. And weird laws in Utah, like you can't have a nuke in a bus station. It's like, well, I didn't think we were allowed to have
Dang
nukes anyway.
Curses!
Darn!
Dang it! I wanted that nuke in that bus station.
I had a bus station, I had a nuke lined up for delivery, and then now you're telling me I can't do that.
I can't have it
Or
there.
there was like a law I saw once for Utah where it's like, if there's a bird going across the road, then the bird has priority. And you could get, like, ticketed.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think in Park City there was one where it's like, if a deer gets, like, angry while you're in your car, specifically at you while you're in your car, you have to take your car behind a bush and disassemble it and leave it behind the bush until the deer goes away. And it's like,
What?
bro,
Wait, what?
these are definitely some old laws that are not enforced anymore, but for some reason they're still here.
Dude,
How do you
I hope
disassemble your car and
Good
leave
luck.
it behind the bush?
I hope it gets enforced sometime. I would
One
love to get
officer is just like, yo, that deer was pissed off at your car. You did not hide it behind a bush.
You did not hide it. Don't even attempt at disassembling it. Frankly, I am pissed.
Me out here, does disassembling count as taking my cup holder out of the car?
I know what it's do.
No, you don't.
I'm playing with fire here.
It's already fallen over before on the podcast.
That'd
At
be
least
so
once.
It
awesome.
always falls over when we throw things at it.
Well, don't throw things at it.
Well, that's later.
That's true.
That's the end. You got a whole another hour until that point. Come on.
Yeah, we did. How much footage do we have currently? I can't read.
Not enough.
19? Yeah, we got another hour at the very
Do
least.
we have an actual topic for this episode?
No.
You think we have anything? We originally had stuff planned out, and then from then on, we kind of just went, let's just
What
talk.
was the original plan?
Well, okay, like the first episode, we had planned of what to talk about, but that was sledding because it just happened.
True.
And so we were like, but then other than that, it's always just been like, we have like a vague idea of something to talk about. But nowadays, we kind of just gave up on that concept.
The whole concept of this podcast is just a box. And then it's every single time we just start cutting off pieces of the box until it makes a smaller, fancier box, like a wedding ring.
What?
What?
Huh? I hear with the metaphors.
I
I do
I
not
am
understand.
I
Don't
am not
worry about it.
following.
I have to make the most obscure metaphor possible, okay?
Speaking of things we did this week, did you know we Gangnam styled on 6 children and spiked on them in 9 Square?
That was really funny.
This week?
Okay, so this week there was a like combined like ward dance. I won't say steak dance, but because it was just combined with a few of our wards, like that are near us.
like specifically Fred.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
specifically Fred, and then not Malia's, but she was invited.
Just because Maddie was bored.
Yeah, Maddie was bored, but
save me.
yeah, there was 9 Square in the corner, and you know we were just like, yo, let's all go play 9 Square. And so we roll up to 9 Square, and we get into like the back line of like the 9 Square arena, and then. I don't know if Gangnam Style was playing at the time, or if we just did because
it was Gangnam Style because it was playing before we got.
Okay, it was playing before we got in there, and
But-
then me, Easton, and Fred all Gangnam Style in unison, and then spike a ball on one of the children.
Bro, it was like the 2 littlest children too.
Boom!
You have no rights being
Imagine-
this small.
Imagine you're like 10 and 3 grown adult / almost grown adult males just roll up Gangnam Style, which is a dance you've never seen in your life.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because you're like 10, you're like, I have no idea what's happening. And then
They jump up and spike on you.
I swear we went over this at lunch. It's like, do they even know what the whippin' nene is?
Yeah.
Dude, it'd be so interesting.
Can I
to know.
actually whip a nene on these children, or is it just cringe?
If I whip a nene, would they just be like,
Huh?
Oh, dude, it'd be so interesting to take like a 10-year-old to like a prom dance or something.
No.
No.
You
No,
can't
no.
say that.
I'm not saying like that. I'm saying like just take them there and see how many songs they actually recognize, like the line songs.
They don't.
Exactly.
They don't.
dude, I danced with the 7th grader at the last steak dance. Completely by accident.
That is an unfortunate circumstance.
Yeah, 2 7th graders came up to like me, Logan, and Easton. Easton dipped. He was wise. But then they're like, "Yo, want to dance?" And me and Logan were like, and we were like, "Don't want to be rude." So we're like, "Yeah, sure." And then we both learned in the middle of the dance, like, "This is a 7th grader."
I saw them coming up, and I saw them coming up, and then I
children.
patted Hayden on the back. I said, "Go on, buddy," and then ran up to the bathroom. I'm like, what?
I don't think I was there specifically, but I do remember a couple of times where it's been like me and Blake at a steak dance, and like a slow song comes on, and we'll like look at you guys, and then we're just like, so we want to go out to the hall? You want to just dip real quick? Like, I need a breather outside. It's
Yeah.
I
really
remember when we
convenient
forced Blake.
time.
I remember when we forced Blake to dance with Kaya.
Yeah, and then I got it on record, and then the dance, or like the slow song ended, and you just booked it after me. It is the one time
Was
that
this
Face
before they
ID
got together?
Yes, it was. This is the one time that Face ID has actually worked on me while someone else had my phone and was trying to use the Face ID. And it was the
they're
one
like,
time. Yeah, it's the one time that's actually worked on me. No other time has it actually worked until then. And it's like, yo, I got your face now. Then he deleted the photo and then deleted it from like the trash bin in my phone or whatever. And it's like, bruh.
I bet he wishes he had done that.
If only.
Get
I
on
wish
the
you
list.
had memories.
You deleted your first memory. Get on. That was a good time.
That was a time period watching them get together. I remember it was like the last Free Frazzle Friday for June. I was like, yo, guys, we should go rob some gas stations.
Yeah.
I got Blake, and then we proceeded to go to 2 Mavericks directly across from each other in Syracuse, and we were like, this is so easy. And then we started going up to like you know, the one where Dexter Dinosaur is located.
Yo.
Dude,
Pog Holiday, by the way.
we're gonna
Love
dress
that
him
holiday.
up.
The holiday gave us free donuts.
True. They give us
The amount of free things I've gotten for no reason.
Dude, if you just go up at any time near when they're closing on at that holiday, they're like, here, have a donut. Because
Correct.
nobody gets them apparently.
We need the free donut anyway. On the way up to
And
that
strawberry is kind of, it was kind of mid donuts.
strawberry
True.
donut.
But
Yeah.
But strawberry is such a pog flavor.
It's fine.
it's okay.
It's fine.
Strawberry is epic.
No. It's not beating chocolate. I'm sorry.
Hayden, you were just the chocolate
Loser.
and blue guy.
I also like maple.
Maple's fine.
Maple's fine.
I'm down with maple.
We're good with
I'm
maple.
okay with maple.
Yeah.
Chocolate's basic, like vanilla.
Just in a different way.
But you
Better
see
than glazed.
Strawberry, on the other hand, strawberry is pink.
I do like
And
pink.
Dustin is for real men.
That is a good argument.
We're always sitting here in pink. being like, hear me out. I like pink.
Pink is a
I am a
really
pink
good
enjoyer.
color.
I've become such a pink enjoyer. I've got to the point where I genuinely am like, yeah, pink's top 3.
You know, I'm not quite there. I think pink is cool. It's a good color. It's
He
not my
respects it.
color. What?
He respects
I
it.
do respect
Not
it.
for him.
Like, no, it's not for me. I will probably not wear pink too terribly often, but I respect it. You can like it if you want, Aiden. You've got my
Thank you.
permission.
Hayden has your permission. I never
So
asked
what's your
for
opinion
permission.
on
I just full
What's
send.
your opinion on gray being my number 2 color?
But gray is based. I like it. I like
Gray
gray.
is gray.
If we've learned anything,
My
from-
top 3 is an adventure. It goes
Red
the most
to
basic
green.
boy color, red. Other than blue. Blue's probably a bit more basic.
I think blue has the highest amount of
Just like,
favorite.
yeah. Which I don't mind blue. Blue good.
Blue's okay.
But it's like, but yeah, my favorite goes red, and then gray, and then pink.
Everyone watching is gonna be complaining about the fact that we're complaining about the colors again.
Dude, that was in the first
17-minute
episode.
color rant, part
Bro.
2.
I remember Sierra
Every-
messaging me, it's like, our 15 minutes into the podcast, and you're still talking about colors.
Well, clearly it was an important topic. It lasted 15 minutes.
Hey, we brought it up again, so therefore.
It's clearly relevant.
It's a very important topic.
Also,
this
I
needs to
think
be said.
he rated black too low. Because I feel like black and like gray is
Well,
just
just because
slightly
you
better
like
black,
Batman does not mean
but- No.
that
Not
you can
even,
full
I do
send
like
it to the top of the
No, no,
list.
no.
It should be an A
I'm
tier.
not even saying that
tier.
Batman. I'm not even saying that it's like a necessarily top tier color. I'm saying that black just goes with everything, and that makes it awesome.
No, it does not go with orange.
Nothing goes with orange.
Of course not.
What do you mean? Black and orange is like Halloween.
No.
That's true. Wait, never mind. We found something that can go. With
No, you need gray in there and purple too, or else
Like
it doesn't
gray.
just because it's gray. You need undertone.
It's true, it's true, it's
So I
true.
do
Like, if you
think-
need like a background,
Yeah.
you do need gray.
You
I do
need
feel
gray.
that-
You can't just full send the black and orange. It does not.
No,
work.
you could. You just
No.
need a little bit. You just need like some like white stars or like a yellow moon in the background.
You can't.
Speaking of white.
That's yellow and white. You
Speaking-
can't just full send black and
Speaking
orange.
of white, also underrated color in my opinion. Because
White is pog.
true.
White is, in my opinion, the best color. But that is to my own reasons that I cannot back up with logic.
We're back
I
here
can
again.
Back this up with emotion.
Yeah.
To be fair, one of my favorite hats is the hat I got recently. That's the smiley face hat. That's entirely white except for the black smiley face. I wore that to the most recent steak dance, and it was lit. Because I was
He's
like,
got all of the new hats, and then you have me who just doesn't wear hats.
yeah.
Despite my like group me profile picture being me with a bucket hat for like the last 6 months.
Wait, is that?
It's not anymore.
Not anymore.
I
It
was gonna
changed.
say
the-
that hasn't been your profile.
It
picture in a
changed
while.
ever since the Josh Hutcherson thing went down. Okay.
Yeah, there was the Josh
I
Hutcherson,
forgot
and then there was,
about that.
and then you changed it to like this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shut.
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 And now is it still that?
It is still that.
You haven't okay.
It
You
has
haven't
not
joined
changed.
the
No.
koi cult.
No, I haven't.
Neither have I. I don't.
I will
plan
not
to.
be joining.
I'm not
the
joining
I
club.
don't. I will not be joining the koi cult.
Unless it's the Koi My Beloved meme.
If
My
everyone
beloved
changed
face.
to koi, my beloved, it would be so funny.
Shout out to Koi for just randomly being at the steak dance last week and nobody knowing about
Yeah,
it.
he was there for an hour before I found him.
And then what? He immediately left.
No,
I didn't even know he was there until after the dance.
Yeah, I like literally I went to like go get a drink of water during like Run Away from Love or whatever because I don't know that dance well enough. And I was like, I need water. I just died to whatever. I don't even remember what I died to.
It was one of them.
It might have been.
Something.
It might have been the sandwich dance.
Sandwich.
Yeah,
Like the
but yeah.
FSY song?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
one.
like the.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I went and like got some water, and then I like on my way back, I was like, Ammon's here, and then I was like, Coy!
Coy!
I was like, dude, when did you get here? He's like, I've been here an hour.
Me absolutely third wheeling that man every single time we go to high jump because somehow it ends up being like me and Coy and then sometimes Sean is like, yo, I'm just here.
Yeah.
Coy is in denial right now. He does not admit he has a girlfriend.
Mormon dating in a nutshell.
Yeah, baby.
There's like we live in situationships.
Dude, there's like 4 people in our group that are in that state right
Situationship
You want to
until
talk
proven
about how
engaged.
Sean and Belle are what we consider to be in a relationship, but because Sean's dad is strict and refuses to believe that that's a possibility, they're like open doors dating. I'm pretty sure he still has to find a date with someone else before prom that isn't Belle to like.
I'll go with him.
I proposed a really good idea, okay? I was like, why don't you just do like a double date? And it's like, I don't know, you Macy Bell Fred and call it good. I have no idea what's happening. I was just like, just double date it, and then like take a picture as proof, and it's like you
double
with
date,
Macy,
but when realistically
but, like,
you're just on
the whole time. It's just you and Belle, and that's all that mattered. I don't know.
That's a crack solution.
It is a great solution, and then you also is it like technically lying? Sure, but like we already knew they were in a relationship, and that wasn't changing anyway.
Yeah.
All right, so there's that one, and then there's Sean, Sean, and Maddie.
I have nothing to say about any
Neither do
relationship.
I.
Oh, really?
Oh,
I have
every
nothing
single
to say.
relationship I find uninteresting at this point. I'm like, yeah, that's just happening, or is going to happen,
It was
or
so
has happened.
interesting when they weren't like together, because then I can make fun about her liking him. But now that they're like holding hands and crap, I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do now?
I can't make fun of this.
I can't make fun of
I can't make fun of this because then I'm just going to be called lonely, which I am.
But
We
like,
don't
I
talk
don't
about
want to
that.
admit that.
I made my choice.
I admitted that to myself a long time ago, okay? I can't admit that out loud.
I can't do it again.
You know, someone was bringing up
I
the
got
idea that
trauma
like for our
already.
next PowerPoint night they should do relationships.
Yes, Sierra was talking about
And I
it.
was thinking like, all right, so who should go in the honorable mentions category?
I don't want
The best
category.
idea.
Hayden's gonna go in the honorable mentions
No, I'm
category.
not.
No, that should be Quentin's category.
That,
Come on.
that entire category should be owned by Quentin.
Quentin's gonna take up 11 slides.
Just slowly flipping through the PowerPoint. Just...
Hey Quentin, can you give me a photo of every girl you've ever tried to date before?
I really need them for some unspecific reason. It's very discreet, okay? I don't know what I'm using them for. I just need the pictures.
For no reason at all.
Actually, cool idea. We should do a duo PowerPoint, but it's just best moments from us while high.
Wait a minute.
It's like that one time I told you the pain would hit exactly like 72 hours afterwards. And you're like, no, this is technically like what, the third day? I'm like, it's been like 2. All
this
the
is the
thing.
third day. I'm chilling. 1 a.m.
1 a.m. he's dying. I'm like, no, I was the same way. I'm like, yo, this is so awesome. I just like sit around with ice bags on my face. It's a good time. I'm just living life. And then third day hit, I was like, yo, I could go to school. No, I can't.
Never mind.
The painkillers wore off.
It's like the nerve blocker just left. I was like, oh, no.
I remember my motivation to go to school was even lower because I was like, dude, like half the group's gone on tour. Why should I be there?
Dude, that's why
It's not worse.
That's why I did it like the week before school in the summertime, that one time.
That's fair.
I mean, Ryan and Blake both did theirs around the same time. It was like right before school started.
Yeah.
Good time to do it.
TJ just got his.
Yeah, TJ just did
TJ
his.
got his wisdom teeth out on the same day as Hayden did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just went to school the next day. He didn't even. He felt them get taken out. He was telling me like, no, they didn't even inject me with anything. They just said, "All right, open wide for taking him out."
I mean, I probably would have been fine
It's
to
like,
do
bro,
things
what?
the like first 2 days, but that third day was not it, man.
Dude.
The third day hit, and it was
The
bad
reason I didn't go
times.
the first 2 days was because I was like, I want to be able to eat pudding in peace, brother.
For real.
True.
I was
don't
like,
wanna
I
have to-
just want to be able to die at my house and not die at school.
Yeah, it's like I want to just be chilling. And also, I was like, what am I gonna miss? That's my problem every time with school nowadays. I'm like, what am I gonna miss? Real
What
things
is
that I
there
can't do at home?
actually happening?
The worst thing that happened was that I got a .01 out of 67 on FRQ packet, which I finished.
I still don't understand why my mock exam number 2 is not graded. Our mock exam we're
0.
doing next week for number 3.
Yeah.
Oh frick.
My second mock exam has not been graded.
We're starting at Monday, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. What is it? Calculus?
Calculus. What's
Calculus.
calculus?
Calculus.
That was a good movie.
That was shockingly
Good
good.
movie.
Shockingly good movie.
I enjoyed it. I watched it 1.5 times.
1.5. Yeah, that's right.
Dude, the best scene in the movie though was like when they're interviewing the students for like just like, all right, who did the cheating? And then the one guy's like, I did it. I took the test early.
How'd you
And then
do it?
How'd you do it? I took the test early. I got it from this guy.
Got from the mailman.
His body's decaying in the car.
His body is decaying in the locker.
And then they start laughing and he's like, and then the guy in the corner just won't stop
Dude,
laughing and
the
he's
guy
like,
losing his mind laughing. That's
Yeah.
bro, drop the hee hee. You went.
He was just making them leave the room faster, okay?
Yeah, he was awful.
then bro just did the.
I remember one. That's probably one quick funny moment from that was when they were going over time. It was like 1 only, 2 only, 1 and 2 only, and they're just like,
Guys, these questions are so awesome.
I'm like, that's gonna be me for real. So I don't know,
Like,
man.
dude, those are always the problems that everybody misses. It's like 1 only, 2 only, 1 and 2. Wait, there's another option.
It was 3.
It was 3.
It's always so bad.
Yeah.
Luckily, usually they're somehow like they're either the easiest or the hardest problems, and it's like
Yeah.
it's like literally just differential equations, and it's like, yo, what is it like positive here? Is like 1. My answer is 1.
I remember
Good luck.
when we were watching the movie. That's probably the most stressed I've ever been about the AP test. It felt like I was getting PTSD in advance.
I know, right? It's like, guys, I'm getting traumatized before it even happens.
I looked around the room and everybody's like staring like.
I think it like set in for everyone, just like how real it
Guys,
was.
we're all gonna die.
Guys,
I'll see you in a month.
we're fricked.
I want to talk about like the whole review idea. We're like, yo, guys, we got a review for the AP test, and then we're out here like 20 days before the AP test. Hey, you want to watch a movie?
Yeah, no, I got like IRL mad when she said we were watching a movie. I was
I was
like,
gonna say, bro, I gotta work on the FRQ packet. What do you think we're watching a movie?
What do you mean?
I had things to do.
I got like most of it. I still did do a lot of the FRQ packet. I got like most of it done, and then I enjoyed the movie in Coy's calculus class. Because Coy and Patrick weren't doing any work. They were just watching. Actually, that entire class wasn't doing any work, which is fair. Because
I don't
neither
think
was
anybody did any work.
neither
in the
was
second
ours.
grade.
It was mainly just like me and Easton balding.
I was mostly doing the MCQs.
You
Those
do,
were stupid,
and I was doing
dude.
FRQs.
Those
I got-
MCQs were stupid.
I still the area and volume ones.
No, they're so awesome. Trust.
Area and volume
You
is
just gotta
easy.
leave.
I'm no geometrist.
They're
But
just
also-
so cool, though.
That's 4.B.
Trust.
4B.
4B. I'm pretty sure
4B
was
is
that the area and volume?
no.
Was it?
4B
No,
is
no.
the like How do I describe it? It's like finding the.
It's relating two different equations.
Yeah, it's relating
really
two
is.
different dy dx's kind of.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the stuff we're on now?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
frick.
I don't like differential equations, not because they're hard, but because they take up too much time.
True.
Yeah.
I look at it and I'm just like, I don't want to do that. That takes time and effort and all of my time and mainly
All my
time.
effort.
Okay, but the free 5 points for just
True. Every single time without flaw, they're like 4 or 5 points each, and it's just like, no, it is 5, isn't it? It's
Yeah, it's
straight up
5.
just 5. It's like, if you do the thing, even if it is time consuming, it's 5 of the 9 points for that one problem.
Yeah, and if
That's
you get
kinda
5 out of 9 points on just like every FRQ problem, that's just like
Bro,
an easy 4.
I was gonna say,
True.
that's like an easy 4 so long as you didn't, like, throw the MCQs.
Yeah, and as someone who throws MCQs, I feel like you could get away with you can get away with cut. Like I
True.
usually
I still don't know my MCQ scores.
my average scores on MCQs is around like 25-ish.
It's
That's
not that I
pretty
haven't
solid.
checked,
Out
they
of
just
40?
didn't get graded.
Out of
I think it's out of 40?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's out
something
of
like
40.
that.
45, something.
I missed like I think it's like out of 50 or something. I remember on my last one I looked at it like not the last one, just the first MCQ. I got plus like 25 and like minus 24 or something, and I was like, okay.
Sure.
So I was like, so I had a 50% success.
True.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah, and I need about a 60% for a 4.
It'll work, trust.
It's gonna happen. I can do it. I swear.
You got this.
It was like a 60% for a 5, though, isn't it?
No, 70 for
Oh,
a
no,
5.
you're right, it is 70.
I still love the gap where
Because
it's
it's-
like, yeah, no, you can get a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 in the first 60%, but the last 30%, that's just a 5. We just think that
Who cares?
who cares anymore? You just get a 5 at that
That's a
point.
hard enough test, right?
Yeah, I think I can. I think I can get a 4. If I don't get a 4, I'll be really mad. But also maybe I might be on my mission by that point. But I
But
don't think-
I think-
You gotta trust.
Maybe it depends on when in July they come.
yeah,
Because I might be that home MTC.
yeah.
Maybe.
I could see myself being home MTC or
I will
or
not
getting
be
ready.
home MTCU by this time. I am not leaving till like mid-August. And that is if it works all well, because that is like the availability date.
Yeah. Have fun with spring semester of college in
No,
2027.
I'll get back with like a week before the semester starts. Guys, I gotta go to
Put
college.
me in college. I'm ready.
Everybody.
You
just-
actually could. My Mrs. Jackson, our English teacher, our English teacher. She's like, dude, I enrolled in college the Sunday before it started. So the day before, I was like,
Yeah.
yo, can I like be in college? And then I applied,
Yeah,
and then I
work.
got into classes, and I went to college the next day.
I gotta say, I think Mrs. Jackson is my most goated teacher.
She's so good.
Yeah.
The thing is, that was when I died for a month straight, and then I came back and we're like, so what do we do about this? She's like, I don't know, just do the assignment. It doesn't matter, nothing's actually due until the end of this term. And
Bro,
it's like,
Thank you, Mrs. Jackson.
yes.
Dude, I remember the amount of times Mrs. Jackson's just been a homie and just delayed an assignment due date. And we're just like, thank you. Like,
I
there-
needed that. No, I remember one time we were in the class and she's like, hey guys, I know this is gonna sound really dumb. We're moving the assignment due date up 2 days. And we're like, yo, that's literally like in 2 days though, when it was supposed to be the end of the week. She's like, no, it'll make sense, trust. And we're like, no, move it back. Why are you moving it closer? I have a 4-page essay due. What do you mean you moved it up?
I remember, it was for essay 2, like the final draft. She just casually delayed it like a solid week.
Dude,
And, like,
she let you
me-
submit it after spring break.
Yeah, me,
And I'm
Maddie, and
si-
Malia all went into her class and were like, thank you so much.
Dude, I had to turn it in that Friday before. And I'm like, bro, I did not
This is
anytime.
a
Right.
problem.
I remember I wrote on my notes app and I showed it to Maddie, it just said like killing myself postponed.
The casual like notes conversations we have. I swear we've done this so many times. We'll just type in our notes. We're like, yo, check out this really cool meme on my phone that is literally just words.
What I wrote on my notes app.
Yeah,
Dude,
I love the notes app.
That's your
Do
only
you remember
form of
when we were
communication
doing that?
required, dude.
Like, yeah, that's what we did
True.
for all like, 2 hours of the quiet game before they were like, no,
Phone's banned.
phones are banned. You cannot communicate at all. And we're just like, they can't stop. They can't stop us.
I remember I on my like sketch drawing app on my phone, I created like 5 different
yeah.
dialogue options. I just scroll through. It was like based, cringe, wahoo, this was a bad idea,
Yeah.
and Omega laugh.
Just keep cycling through.
And I just like whoops.
The fact that I couldn't quote the Lego Batman movie that whole time.
I know. It was so painful. I remember when they missed the line, and I had to
gonna
act
say-
out what they missed.
They
Yeah,
missed
that
the
was
line and it
Logan's
was
fault.
just like, bro.
That was Logan's fault. However, I'm glad you guys got it. I acted out a line you missed, and then you remembered and put it back in, and I was so happy.
Dude, the Lego Batman movie should be quoted.
It
It's-
should be.
The fact that we actually
dude,
have
I
this
just remember
memory
every
too.
time that I remember the Lego Batman movie, I just think of the opening, and then when I think of that, I think of when we went to Kung Fu Panda 4, and we're sitting in the theater, and all of a sudden I lean over to Hayden and say, "Black." Movie start with a black screen.
We talked about this at lunch, but it was so funny. Kung Fu Panda 4, and like begin just like a bunch of goats doing labor or whatever, and I hear Brayden on my left go, "Slavery," and then I hear East on my right go, "Slaves."
Dang.
I'm like, okay.
Dude, I forget. Yeah.
Me who still refused to watch Kung Fu Panda 4. It's gonna be garbage, okay?
It's mid.
I'm
It's
not
not
gonna
garbage.
watch it. No,
It's
it's
not
gonna be
garbage.
garbage. It's gonna be
It's
garbage.
a good movie,
It's
mid.
gonna be
but
garbage.
it's not a good Kung Fu Panda movie.
It's
gonna be garbage.
It's
I'm
mid.
not gonna
It's
watch
pretty
it.
mid.
There was, I remember, dude.
I
that
will
was
stick to Kung Fu Panda 1 and 2 being the good movies, and then
Okay,
Kai
Kung Fu
just
Panda
being a
3 is
cool
a good-
villain
okay.
for no.
In my
I'm with him.
opinion,
No.
okay, no.
No,
Kung Fu
no.
Panda 3
The
is a good
actual-
movie, just not the best of the original trilogy.
The
by a long
first
shot.
2 movies have the best messages, and the first one is probably the most quotable. And then you have the third
Probably
movie where it's just like it was a very cool villain and a cool concept, not necessarily like a good message, which makes it like a mid movie.
I think my problem with Kung Fu Panda 3 is I think the first half is kind of uninteresting, and then the second half is a lot more interesting as like Kai's getting closer.
That's fair.
Yeah,
Then it's like actually stress. It's like, oh wait, frick,
Like I said, though,
we've had fun for like 45 minutes straight now.
So like I said, I enjoy Kung Fu Panda 3 just simply based off the visual style and the soundtrack and just the whole spectacle.
this
of the
is
thing.
valid, but if I wanted a movie with a good soundtrack, I'd go watch Megamind.
True.
That-
Well,
that's-
Crazy Train is in Kung Fu Panda 4.
True.
Look, there's no shot.
And the better version of Hit Me Baby, dude.
Dude, the song goes hard.
It's insane. Dude, this week at the temple trip, that was going insane, dude. That's one of my favorite car rides up and back, just because of the guys that were in the car just singing the songs.
Yeah, we were
Dude,
singing the
awesome.
songs, or except for there was the what was the song that we
I'm glad
didn't
we
know at
all
all?
agreed to
Like-
go to the Templa trip, and then half of us dropped out. Like,
Yeah, I was so
I think
upset.
it
I was like, "Where's my guys? Where's Ryan? Where's Blake? I wanted Blake here so bad."
Where's Skylar and Coy?
No, I was gonna say, Coy dropped out in the middle of the
Yeah.
night, and I woke up at 4, and I was like, "Yo, I'm getting to sleep. I'm going
I
back
think it
to
was
bed."
Feeling Still. I think that's the name of the song.
Yeah.
Yeah, that we were singing to, but
Yeah.
nobody knew the words.
Yeah, I'm a lover just for kicks
Sounded
now.
really
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, it sounded great. Okay, and then what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something relating to all of this Kung Fu Panda nonsense. Oh yeah, I remember I was so mad, and the reason that it was me, Easton, and Braden that way, because I remember I was like there was like yo, there's a group that's going to see Kung Fu Panda 4, and I was like, yo, awesome, let me check in with them, and then they were like, it's going to be a group date, and I was like, all right, never mind.
All right, what was
And then-
even
And then
funnier?
later that day, I brought
And
it up
then-
to him.
No, that's not the end of it.
Okay.
Because
Max brought it up.
yeah, because Max was like, "Who wants to go see opening day with me?" And I was like, "I'm down, honestly." So I messaged him, and he's like, "By the way, so far it's just me, you, and Mandy." And I was like,
Alright,
Get me out. And so then I pivoted.
That is just a date, but I'm third wheeling.
Yeah, I was like, I'm pivoting out. Get me out of this. And so then I was like, all right. And then Easton brought it up on at Sunday school.
Sports group
At Sunday school, and then we were like, I was like, yeah, let's just go with the Wii Sports game. Let's just have a Wii Sports night and then go.
And then we did.
And then we did. But the funniest part is that Mandy dropped out of the original group, so Max just went by himself. And I could have gotten it.
It's so sad.
But it was too late because I was already committed. I was like, bro, I already bought tickets for
No,
Saturday.
it wasn't Saturday, it was Friday. Because Saturday was the group date that I was also invited on, and I was just like, no. No. There's an issue that's happened that I will not be showing up because of.
Dude, we got so lucky with the way that movies are set out in the future, though.
True.
We're gonna be getting back right as all the good movies.
I'm getting back. Well, I don't want to say good.
I was gonna say I wouldn't say good, but there will definitely be movies.
And also, we are not set up good. We're getting scammed.
True.
We're missing Sonic 3.
Okay, that
the biggest loss of an entire generation.
That
honestly.
is the loss. I will say.
We're missing Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
I don't care about that personally.
We're missing Minecraft, probably.
Yeah, probably Minecraft.
Doesn't that have
That is Jack Black.
Yeah, I was gonna say it sounds
we're
so
missing.
weird in it.
We're missing. There was one we're missing Spider-Verse, guaranteed.
For sure.
It's getting 2025.
Oh, darn it! They were saying
it got 2025.
They were saying it was gonna be 2026. Before
we're getting 2025.
Darn.
Yeah, we're not set up. We're missing.
Never mind. We're not missing. We're missing a lot more than I thought.
The only one we're coming back in time for is the Mario movie. Arguably the most important.
I love when they just randomly sent that out. We're making another Mario movie. It's gonna come out on this day, specifically 3 years in advance, almost 2 years in advance.
Yes.
I'm like, okay,
I hope
sure.
it's delayed.
I still haven't watched that. I remember there was the one night where they had the movie in the park and it was like, yo, we're watching Mario, and I showed up and then I left after 20 minutes.
Okay, so the thing about the Mario movie, are you a big Mario fan?
No.
You won't like it.
You probably won't enjoy it. Because for me and Hayden, it was very enjoyable because you can look around and be like, oh, I know that.
Reference.
And this
reference.
story is basically just a Mario story, so I'm used to that.
I can definitely pull out the references. It's just I don't have a big love of Mario.
Yeah,
that would be my brother.
You see, the platformer guy. I was gonna say simply me. I simply hang on. Let me give me a second.
A second.
Give me a hot
second to both get back in frame and also go grab an item.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. I did not have to move. I thought you were going to your room.
No. This fricker brings me so much joy. Simply looking at him makes me happy. So awesome.
I like how in every popularity poll, it's like with Mario in it, it's like, okay, he might not be your favorite video game character.
No, he is.
But he is your favorite video game character.
Yeah.
Whether you know it or not, he's your favorite video game character.
No. That was taken by Doom. many moons ago.
You're a Doom guy?
I am.
I've considered getting Doom. I saw it was on sale recently, and I was like, maybe.
Look.
Which version?
Look, my
it was
favorite...
Doom 2016 for $5, and I was like,
huh.
Alright, my favorite
thing... I've seen gameplay of Doom, and it just does not...
Is the old Doom games can literally run on, a potato if you wanted them to.
They can run on a pregnancy test.
Yeah, straight up.
What?
I'm not lying. Look it up.
I believe you. I'm not gonna...
Original Doom can run on a pregnancy test, okay?
Hey, did you know that Street Fighter can run on a calculator?
I don't doubt it. I bet you could make Doom work on a calculator, okay?
Yeah.
It's such a simple game at the core that it's just not an issue.
I saw one video where it's like, I'm not going to be surprised if we figure out how to travel through space because we're trying to find out how we can run Doom on a machine. We're going to discover the answers of the universe because we're trying to run Doom.
Look, I just wanted to run Doom on this really, really big computer and it ripped a hole in space-time, okay?
And I found the Doom universe. Oops.
Doom lore, actually, Doom started in 2020.
It's an infinite loop.
No. It started in 2022, the whole idea of demons on Earth. Or no, maybe it's not Earth. Like, it was Mars.
Yeah.
The idea is, like, the setting of the game is we went to Mars and there's just demons everywhere.
And then we just sent a dude.
Doom Eternal is more the demons on Earth.
Yeah. And then
And this is why I don't play Doom.
That's a you problem.
Okay, so just
I will
just
continue
watching
playing Doom.
gameplay of like the games, they just do not pique me. I am not a first-person shooter guy.
I need to try first-person shooters. I think I did.
You guys out here complaining about first-person shooters. I was raised on these. This is why
I'm
will
not
let
complaining
anyone-
about it. I
I'm
said
not complaining
I
about
said
it
I'd
either.
like to try it. Like
I'm not complaining either. I just said they don't pique my interest.
they piqued my interest a little bit, but I also just
They're interesting. They're not
pretty
interesting enough.
most genres of video game pique my interest, unless it's anime art style at all. In that case, I sleep.
That's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's valid.
So that kicks out Fire Emblem.
No, the problem is I've heard.
At least it's Nintendo.
I was gonna say it being Nintendo alone would like I've heard like some people say like Xenoblade Chronicles like, oh, that's one of the best games ever made. It's incredible. And, I'm like, and then I look at it and I'm like, I'm not playing that.
I'm
No.
good.
I'm not playing that.
Me who didn't even know Kingdom Hearts existed, we got like the final Smash like character. I remember watching it live too. It was the only one I have ever watched live.
Okay, I was
And it was
trying
like,
to watch
yo,
it. Dude, I was trying
We
to watch
got
it.
a new character, and I was like, "What is this? Who is Sora?
Okay,
What
I
is
knew-
Kingdom
Mickey
Hearts?"
Mouse?
Mickey Mouse?
I was waiting for the Waluigi drop, and then
Okay.
I was
He will
either
never be
like,
in Smash.
look.
I hope so.
My two hopes
You hope
were
they
either
Sora in Smash?
Waluigi.
That'd be really funny.
I had two hopes. It was Waluigi or Doom Guy, and I got Doom Guy as a me gunner.
You're trolled.
Dude, I've seen like this one YouTuber go over like the top 100 like people want to see in Smash Bros as characters, and like he was going over all these characters. He's like, guys, you don't want people with guns.
Yeah.
That would just not be fun. But Doom Guy, that could be so
Rushdown with a gun sounds hype.
True.
This is so
And
funny.
then,
You either
and then there were stupid people like Cookie Mom on there, and I'm like, bro, what?
you either
Well, that's what we need in life.
I'm not
you either
We need Cooking Mama
in
in
Smash
Smash
Bros.
Bros.
you either dye a me costume or live long enough to become a lame DLC character.
Yeah, this is valid. I don't know. I still thought it was funny because I didn't know Rathalos was in the game. I didn't think this thing was here on launch. If it was,
Did you just not play the
No,
story mode?
no.
Why would he
No,
doesn't
I don't
the
have a
game.
Nintendo
Oh, that's
Switch,
true.
bro.
Yeah.
That is true. Never mind.
I didn't play the game's story. I don't have a Nintendo Switch.
It'd be
I just
reasonable
showed
if
up
you
in
didn't,
this-
even if you did have the game.
True.
World
Nothing-
of Light is
Dude, nothing will ever beat Subspace Emissary, and that's a fact.
bad story mode.
bad story
Nothing
mode.
will ever beat
Not a
Subspace
fan.
Emissary.
I completed like 99.98% of it. That's how much of the spirits I got, and then I was
I
like, I'm
think
not doing
I
the
beat
rest.
the entire thing 100%, but it was just such a stupid thing trying to get to like the last three characters. Because one, do you know that one area with like the clock? They have to walk around to like
Yeah.
a certain time. Dude, there was like some secret pattern to get me brawler on that thing. And I'm like,
Yeah,
bro, what? It was so
anything for
stupid.
me, brawler.
No, I was just trying to get the rest of the
shot
characters.
put cracked.
True.
Dude, watching me brawler throughout the years is just crazy because at the start of the game he was considered. Dude, okay, so the Smash
But
4,
shot put's
the
so
Smash,
good, it's
the
so
Smash 4
broken.
me brawler was just cracked, and he was just
And
he
then
was just
banned.
stupid, even though he shouldn't have been
He
banned.
shouldn't
They
have
should
been
have just said, hey, why don't you just go regular weight me?
That's
and then
true.
just said that.
No,
and
they
then it
should
would've
have
been
kept
fine.
Small Me Brawler. Small Me Brawler is so funny.
He was the destroyer of the meta.
He is a superhero.
Then
Shaker of the meta.
Then watching into Smash Ultimate, everybody's like, dude, this guy is trash. What the crap?
All
Put
of
him in-
these are terrible. Oh wait, no, Brawler's good.
everybody kept putting like me Gunner like high up on the tier list just simply because of costumes. And then as the years progress, people are like, wait a minute, me Brawler can do this. Goes to Yoshi's story at 20%, down throws, and then up Bs, and you die.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
It's balanced.
it's like,
Yeah.
hey guys, guess what you can do? And then people kept experimenting, and they're like, wait a minute,
Mainly Ethan.
true. And then they're like, wait a
You
minute,
could just kill them instantly.
this guy's kind of cracked.
Wait a minute.
I had no idea that one KO essentially just, was good,
Dude,
I had no idea.
Dude, whenever I go from playing Jigglypuff to playing like pretty much any other character, I feel like a superhero because I live so much longer.
That moment when you swap from the off-meta characters to like the actual good characters, it's like, yo, I can actually do things and people die.
I have options.
So hear me out. We need to get off of video games and Smash Bros. Before we lose viewership.
Before we go back to another thing where it's just split into two videos and one section is just Smash Bros.
Part 2.
Smash 2.
Smash 2.
It's very funny how easily we just accidentally fall into Smash
We're
Bros.
gonna fracture the video.
We were talking about movies and then we got on Doom Guy then Smash Bros. How
It's-
did that happen?
Listen, you
I
gotta,
don't know, it's not
you
my
know, like,
problem.
listen, you know that video's like, well, that like thing where it's like there's like the happy side of the bus and there's like the sad side of the bus. Yeah, it's just one kid. Imagine they're both sad sides of the bus and it's talk about movies, talk about Smash Brothers. That's our podcast.
What do you want us to talk about? You're gonna hate it anyway.
We've talked about movies at least 3 times now. Which is
I
more
don't
than
have
any other
content.
topic, except for maybe Smash Bros.
Look, I don't have content.
What do you want me to talk about? The
provide.
carpet? This is pretty good carpet texture.
Look, this is better than the carpet in my basement. And
That's
for
true.
whatever
I think
reason,
the most correct carpet I've experienced is Macy's carpet.
it could be bad.
Yeah, that's pretty fair.
That's pretty correct carpet.
I remember the one time we just told you to show up at my house with eggs. You know? I have no questions. I'm showing up with eggs.
I was on it. I did it.
I was like, Hayden, I need eggs.
And I was like, I got you, fam.
Need 2 eggs.
It's like, I got you, fam. Checks fridge. There's no eggs. I'm going to Walmart. I'll be there.
Dude, it's like this one meme where I saw where it's like what guys think of when they see something and the girl like asks, hey, do you have a paperclip? It's like, yeah, it's somewhere around my desk, and takes a picture of it just on the floor randomly in one spot. I was like, here you go, what do you need it for?
It's down over there under the very edge of the desk. There's your paperclip. You wanted it? I know where it is. Don't touch anything on my desk or around it, or I will completely lose track of where it went.
True. I like how everybody's like,
That paperclip is
how are you
here
not
and then it's
organized?
gone.
How are you not organized? It's like, dude, we are organized. Just leave it.
I'm organized in the worst method possible.
True. Yo.
Hello.
Alright, now you can say literally whatever you want because
Hello?
I'm going to be
What
this
the crap?
section
Why
of
did
the
you
podcast.
hang up? Why did you hang up?
Never mind, you should not hear it. Leave it in. Leave it in. It's so funny.
Oh my goodness.
Imagine your mom hanging up on you after
Bro,
calling you.
I answered the phone. What the crap?
Your own mother doesn't love you.
She finally sent me a text.
Oh.
Oh, oh.
Oh.
Getting pizza. You want any?
Wait, why did it put
No.
a space between? Why did it put a space between Hayden and S? I was saying
clearly
Hayden's,
we
and then
needed
it just
it.
put a space in between the S and.
Well,
your
it's supposed to be an apostrophe, but I
I
figure
know.
a space is good enough.
Oh, did it say?
There's a Hayden S at our school.
Hayden S.
Yeah.
has.
I think he's on the 4.0 honor roll last time I checked.
Bro, I've never been close to a 4. Well, I've been close on many different occasions. It's just this year was not that year.
Dude, when we went to FSY, there was a Hayden and Easton
There was a Hayden and Easton.
that were in,
That was a
that
meme.
booked the same room together too.
We had double
And we were
Hayden
in
Easton.
the same group.
Easton. We were across the bathroom from each other.
It was so, it was such
Oh,
a
yo,
meme.
I remember FSY. It was so funny because we got like, I don't think it was actually supposed to be like the disabled room, but it was like, for whatever reason, we went into the other dorms and they had like small showers in bathrooms. Like it was straight up just the shower, a sink, and a toilet, and that was it. There was
As it
no
should be.
space in there. That shower was like a 2x2 shower. It was not big in the slightest. And then you went to our room and we had one small shower, and then the shower directly in front of our, like, because you got split up into the 3 dorm hall, like the 3 bedrooms per dorm hall,
Yeah.
and the one directly in front of our bedroom was like the big disabled like bathroom, and we're like, yo, why is ours just bigger? It's like the size of our room, bro. Like I go out there, the shower is like really freaking big. It could be like a whole bathtub in there. I don't know. There's like so much room everywhere. I don't have to, be able to touch the doorknob from the toilet seat. It's kind of big.
True.
That's how it should be. You should always be able to reach everywhere in the bathroom from the toilet.
Oh yeah. Guys, I'm gonna take a shower while I'm here.
FSY. Dude. FSY was so big.
I don't know why we got the big bathroom, but we got the big bathroom, and then Logan proceeded to lose all of his belongings on the first day.
Dude.
Literally within the first 3 hours of being there, he lost his keys and like the bag with the FSY book in it that you wrote everything down in. It was just gone. No one knew where it went. It was just somewhere to be had.
Do you want to know how Hayden woke up on the first day?
How'd you wake up on the first day?
How did it?
By me hopping out of the bed and landing on the ground.
Boom!
Dude, you remember
Yo,
that,
what's
right?
happening?
Dude, I set a
Earthquake?
I brought like a little like a timer thing to like set an alarm for in the morning, and it went off. And all of a sudden, Hayden in this background just like, what happened? As I jump out of the bed, like, boom! Get over there. Turn off the
Nah, I
alarm.
missed when everyone was getting awoken by a fire alarm. And so
Why
then
were you getting awoken by a
There
fire?
was a
It
fire
was someone
alarm.
like down the hallway from us, and they had a fire alarm in their room that was just faulty, and so they took it off of the
They
ceiling
disconnected.
and took out the batteries.
But then they found out that whenever they put the battery back in, it started going off again.
So then one day we're just
Awesome.
walking down the hallway, and the door opens, and they're just in there having a party with the fire alarm.
You want to watch to the fire alarm?
Guys, fire alarm. Beep, beep, beep.
Like, this is so awesome.
I'm pretty sure someone else had a guitar in the room too.
Yeah.
Something weird
Campfire
about
guitar guy at 1 a.m. Okay, they did not stop us for that. I know Tim, came around to all the dorms the first night. It was like the first night, and he was like, "Yo, you guys asleep?" We're like, "We're basically asleep." Like Logan and I both got up. We would go over to the door. We're like, "Yeah, what's the problem, officer?" They're like, "You guys going to bed?" We're like, "Yeah." It's because it's the first night. You checked everything, and it was like, bro, I just wanted to go to sleep.
Yeah.
I was already halfway there.
Dude, my bed was so awesome. You remember?
Yeah.
You remember my bed?
Dude, between that, I don't know which one was worse, whether your emergency blanket up on High Adventure or that bed.
Which one was louder?
Which one was louder?
Loud bed.
Every time
The one
knew.
on FSY. He was climbing up, and the bed went like this.
Yeah, as I climbed up, it leans towards you.
I'm
Then
sure
he'd get
it
on
could
top,
be
and
an
it
issue.
would either like wobble back and hit the wall or something weird like
Hold
that.
up, you guys both went to BYU, right? That's
No,
Utah.
Utah.
Well, that might be why it's weird.
Every time I turned, I rolled over, swapped sides,
Just
and it just rocked back and forth.
Yes, like I said, I don't know which one was worse. The one that the bed he had on FSY, or the emergency blanket he had on High Adventure, because we went up there, and Hayden's dad left him 3 miles in, so he got put with all of the things, but not a blanket, because he was gonna do, you were gonna do, a...
Hammock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then it was raining too hard to set up a hammock.
So, you said I'm coming into your tent.
So he came into my tent.
Emergency blanket,
And then he
let's go.
put on the emergency blanket.
It's
and there was-
aluminum foil!
Isn't
He
it
put,
awesome?
he put on the emergency
We could
blanket.
put you on the fire. You could be like a hobo dinner.
Dude, he put
Dude, I
on the
would do
emergency
anything
blanket.
to do that.
And there was, but the thing is that the night before, there was, so much lightning. There was a lightning strike that hit right outside our tent, and I heard the sound as it was striking. So I knew it was, within feet of us. But then the next night, I wake up thinking that we're back in the thunderstorm, but it's just Hayden moving around the whole time. I'm like, what?
Bro, Alright.
I am not responsible for the actions of the aluminum foil. I was cold,
Dude,
and I needed it.
Dude, it sounded like a thunder strike, though. It was
Really?
just that loud.
I remember one night this year, and everyone was they woke up. My family's like, "Yeah, guys, did you hear the thunder last night?" I'm like, "Absolutely not," because I sleep like a rock. Nothing
same.
wakes me up unless it's actual motion of me moving or
My bedroom door opening.
Yeah, it's gotta be
I have to be
sound
convinced.
does not wake me up.
It
It
has-
does not.
I have to
It
be
just doesn't
conditioned to
happen.
it.
I'm pretty sure the only thing that's woken me up that like wasn't sound or someone walking into your room was the earthquake a few years ago. Just me waking up to have my entire room just.
I stayed in my bed during my earthquake.
Bro,
What did you guys do?
The whole time it
like I said,
actually
I
happened,
woke-
I was
woke
in my
up,
bed.
Like I said,
Yeah.
I woke up, felt the rumbling for a second, I'm like, huh, and then it stopped.
Alright,
Like,
I
oh,
immediately
okay.
recognized it as an earthquake though. I was like, yo, everything is rumbling and my desk is like smacking against my bed and it's making a really annoying noise. And then like I walked out and I'm like, yo, because we have like a bunch of hanging lights in my house. Like
Yes,
everything is just hanging by chains. And I'm like, yo, everything is swinging. That's probably an issue.
I was literally just like laying in bed. I was laying in this bed. I was laying right here.
It's that one.
Yeah, and
It was in this bed.
it was like my fight or flight reaction triggered, except for it just failed entirely because it woke me up. So I was just like,
Hey guys, I'm awake.
I was just like, all right, I guess I'm just rocking back and forth. But I was like, should I like? I remember thinking, I was like, should I move to the door frame? And I was like, nah, I'm staying in bed.
I was gonna say, look, it doesn't feel bad enough that I can't just stay in my bed. You know, maybe it wouldn't be a bad way to go. I just they'll think I went out in my sleep. I just slowly got squished by my house. It'll be fine.
Yeah. I just like looked around the room. It's like nothing's gonna fall on me. I'm doing good.
I was gonna say the only thing that could have fell on me was like my
Alright, it's back.
debt. Oh,
Is that all right?
we're back.
We're back.
We're so back.
We're so back.
We're
No,
way
no,
back.
I still think it's funny though, because Logan absolutely lost all of his belongings at FSY. He got his like back, like the backpack back with like the book in it and everything, like the same day he lost it. But the keys were gone the entire week until the dance Friday night. Friday night they had like a lost and found bin. And he's like, yo, my keys are in here. And it was the one time he got to open, like, our dorm room in our dorm hall, because the whole week I had been opening it because I was the only one with keys to our dorm, and we're just like, bro, this is terrible. I remember one time, he called me, and I was at, like, the other end of campus, and it takes, like, 10 minutes to walk across BYU campus. He's like, yo, I need you to come back to the doors and unlock it so I can get, like, my stuff out for the music program. I'm like, bro, I am on the other end of campus right now, and then you gotta walk back where I am, because I was at the place where, like, the music program happened, is the JSB, and I'm like, yo, this is a 20-minute round trip, this is not happening in our 5 minutes left of free time.
Free time was awesome, because sometimes they would just have it right before lunch, and we would just be like, hey, what if we just didn't go to lunch?
What if we didn't do that?
I remember we got to the point when you tried to get into the building for like the scanning like the card. You just throw your backpack at the wall. And it's just like beep.
Yeah, it worked.
We just allowed it.
I remember it worked, bro. We had an announcement one morning. They're like, hey, just so you know, the guys' cards do not work on the girls' dorms. Stop trying it. And we're like, the guys are trying? They really tried this?
I don't know, someone was planning a revolution or something like that.
Or to get into along with through the back of the wall, you just walk back and you just go like this because it's on your back. You just ram into the back of the wall and you're like,
Hey,
alright.
it worked though. That's
It
the best
worked.
part.
I remember my first memory, walking into the dorm. I walked in, immediately saw the, pillow they provided in, all of the sheets and everything, and I was like, I'm not sleeping in that. I go over, I grab the pillow, I throw it up in, this little, corner in the top. There was, a shelf. It was just this random little cubby in the top. I'm like, this is where the pillow is going the rest of the time I'm here. And it was, the diagonal corner of the room, so I threw it all the way across the room into, this little cubby. I'm like, I'm never seeing that again. That is not my problem for the rest of the trip. I will be using my own pillow, and I will be sleeping in a blanket on top of the bed.
My most exciting part about my bed was just
Was that thing climbing up
was
the
everything
stairs
else about was the fact that it just climbed up to it and it leans towards me. That's my first experience. I'm like,
I asked you if you needed the other bed, but there was the Ryan.
The Ryan.
the Ryan.
What's the Ryan?
Dude,
There was a person who was supposed to be in our room named Ryan. It was just randomly assigned our room, but he didn't show up.
There's
so we just said
supposedly three
Ryan's
people
here in spirit.
Yeah.
And then we made a joke on testimony day how everybody in our group like testified, but Ryan. It was
Gosh,
like,
Ryan didn't testify.
and then imagine if Ryan had called in at that moment. Hey guys, sorry I couldn't come. Testimony.
I do remember this. We stayed out a lot later with like the what was it? It was R&R, review and reflect. Like we'd always be staying in our dorm until like lights out on the dot, and you're supposed to have like half an hour to like get ready for bed and then lights out.
Yeah.
And like we'd be R&Ring at that time. We're like our counselors in our dorm still. It's like, yo, look, we're talking about our day, okay? Like,
I got things to
I remember
say.
testimony meeting. He comes in, and it's like he came in with like people who were just like straight up complaining about him. They were like, yo, you cannot keep doing this. You have to run on schedule. And he walks in, and it's like, we had one dude testify, and it was like, I don't think I could have done this without Tim. And he looks over at Tim, winks at him, and then like, back to testimony. I just saved your job. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Papa Tim.
Papa
I remember when
Tim's
Papa
great.
Tim was my background.
Yeah, it was
Never
so
met
awesome.
us, no interaction.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure I got the vast majority of the group to do it the day of the play. What was it? It was not the play. The musical.
Talk Everlasting.
Talk Everlasting.
I forgot that.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure it was specifically that day I got the vast majority of the friends
Yeah.
to change their like background to
So,
Papa Tim.
alright,
They're
so
like,
hear me
who
out.
is this guy? I'm like, it's Papa Tim.
And I was like, I'm sold.
The best part of that play, though, Tuck Everlasting, was the
Frog.
We all know the best part. It was the frog.
Imagine the actors' like feelings though, as they're all like doing the bow and stuff, like getting cheers, and then the frog comes out. And everybody just goes crazy, like. Dude, I remember the first scene that he was in, and it was just like chilling there, and we're like, oh,
No shot at
frog.
moves though.
And they start zigzagging.
You're like, oh!
Oh!
Guys, it moves.
I remember being so shocked that it moved. I've never been more bewildered by technology in my life. That's how I imagine any person from like the
goes.
1700s. No, like the 1700s would like see anything that like moves with electricity would react. Just like it's like, oh, what is that gonna do?
It goes by itself.
Just like sees a car, it's like, oh, what are you gonna do? You gonna like push that or something? What? It's moving towards it.
That frog was the peak of all performances. All performances. It will never be topped ever.
I'm gonna say the only thing that got close was the dog.
Oh, the
Dog
dog.
from this year.
The dog.
I remember Brian telling us that like one
Sometimes-
performance the dog just didn't even show up. He's like, "You see my dog?"
It's like I had to act even more insane because there's no dog.
guys, the extremely important part of that scene being the dog was just not there.
Where is he?
I had to improv.
Real Brian.
That is real, Brian to us.
To you guys.
Yeah.
I don't know. To be fair, I'm pretty sure I met him first before Brian had. So
That's why
Yeah.
we call him Real Brian and Fake Brian.
Yeah.
Real Brian.
You know what?
Do you see-
Nicknames are awesome.
Because it'd be rude to call him Why, Brian.
Why Brian?
Why Brian?
Why?
Why?
It's not rude. I mean, it's kind of rude to you, Sean.
Brian
because
or Ryan?
yeah, now we just celebrate W. Sean.
W. Sean.
W. Sean.
Hey, at least he admitted that W. Sean is handsomer, alright? So
That's
like,
true. When we like
he's-
compared that, when we like, it was like, who's hotter? And we're like, W. Sean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just Sean.
Hey, this
He's
is
like,
like
yeah.
all of the guys in the group chat just single-handedly agreeing that Coy was the most hot of us, and then getting asked twice within the next 2 days to date. Like, yeah, he's the hottest. Immediately, the girls agree. That is why
Science
he
proves
is our
it.
beloved.
I remember watching like 5 of us get asked in one night. Oh, I think what was it? Preference?
Maybe.
Was it Sadie?
It was
No,
Sadie's or preference.
I don't remember.
It
It was
happened
with the blue. It was the blue.
Blue was
The
preference.
blue thing.
It was like 5 of us got asked in like one night. I looked at my doorstep. I'm like, nah, we're good.
Yeah, we're chilling.
I'm pogging. I'm still running 20 miles, and then I didn't run 20 miles. My shin, it was injured.
Just
I got
most
wrecked.
devastating loss.
True.
I remember because we were basing our experience off of preference and Sage's last year. We're like, okay, a lot of guys just don't get asked. We're like,
True.
that's a shame. So we're like, all right. So going into Sadie's this year, we're like, guys, the guy group is happening.
And everybody got called out, except for like Skylar.
I was gonna say explicitly this year
Except
has
for
just
Skylar.
not been my year.
Hey, last year I
Alright,
got asked
alright.
to nothing, so
If things didn't go down this summer the way they went down, it probably would have worked.
I was just like, yeah.
imagine asking someone to be in a relationship.
No, I didn't do that. That's cringe.
That's
That's weird. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
That's like a sin.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's gotta be the 11th commandment or something.
No. Rob already said the 11th commandment was you have to run. Moses was too excited. He ran down the mount way too fast with the first 10 commandments. God had an 11th commandment to add on there. He was just gone. He was too excited. 11th commandment, you have to run every day. No, not every day. It was Saturday. You have to run on Saturday specifically.
Hey, what if we determine was the actual seventh deadly sin now? Because we got rid of
China.
pride.
It's probably
Plagiarism. It
China.
was plagiarism.
Plagiarism.
Yeah, we had to plagiarize because we were talking about because that came from English. We were talking about it. We are like, yeah, plagiarism should be added to the 7 deadly sins. We're like, which one should it replace? And like, Mrs. Jackson made a very good argument that it should be sloth because it's lazy.
Mhm.
However, I thought it should replace gluttony because I thought that's the funniest option.
Eating's not a sin.
I don't believe eating is a sin. Look at me.
Instagram.
My metabolism is just too cracked.
Instagram
I had
comment
5 guys
sections
today, that
with
was
fat
good.
people. Well.
The general consensus of Instagram just being garbage.
Yeah.
Hayden is uninstalled, and I have been like low media ever since.
Yeah.
Hear me
I
out.
get on for like 5 minutes
Yeah.
a day and call it good.
Yeah,
Don't even
never
do-
had it uninstalled. Low media.
I don't even have YouTube anymore. Actually.
That's a good choice.
No. I still believe in YouTube.
I believe in YouTube.
It's how I feed
depending
my
on the
art
day.
addiction.
I have just cut off all communication from the rest of the world except for through the friend group.
Yeah.
So
My YouTube,
Yeah.
like I said, it depends on the day because there are some days if it's a good content day, okay?
that's fair.
Because sometimes I get home and there's like 5 YouTubers that I actually watch that have
The Coney
uploaded.
videos.
Yeah, Coney's uploaded, Mars has dropped videos, some other YouTubers have dropped videos. Who cares about them? Doug dropped a video, and I'm like, Doug, I'm like, yo, we got content today, and then I spend the rest of my day watching it. But then there's some days where there's like one good YouTube video that was dropped, and I watch it, and I'm like, well, now what? And then I go down like YouTube Shorts rabbit hole or just watch
No,
garbage
I was
the
gonna
content.
say,
YouTube
I'm
Shorts.
pretty sure that's part of the reason why I got rid of YouTube was just because of
YouTube
like,
Shorts is awful.
No, no,
This is so garbage.
Okay, there's
I
a
remember
time and a place for just mindlessly scrolling through the YouTube Shorts.
it is
No.
never. That time is never.
No,
No, there is.
no,
But
no, there isn't.
No,
There's
but
never a
There's
time.
Basically-
never a time. It doesn't exist.
I just got rid of YouTube because I'm like, bro, what am I actually doing on here? Like
Waiting
half
for Coney to upload.
Well, no, like half
Yeah.
of the content on there
Waiting
that
for
I started
Technoblade to
watching.
upload.
Half of the content I started watching on there, I'm like,
It's his
wait,
dad.
when am I actually
I know.
going to like use any of this?
You don't.
Exactly. Like for some reason, when I like uninstalled YouTube, like Dragon Ball was my most recent like watched thing, like
Bruh.
the Dragon Ball fighting game. I'm like, bro, what?
Oh.
Like, what have I been doing on
My
here?
most recent thing is just people drawing.
That's fair.
It's always just art. As soon as I hop on YouTube, it's like either Destiny 2 or art, and it's like I don't know what's happening to my phone. It's just been possessed by art.
Yeah,
It's kind of cool though. I like art. Art's cool.
Art's cool.
Art's
That's
epic.
cool.
I'm just
Yeah.
Coney pilled.
Mhm.
Oh, and marketing Mondays.
I remember one time when I was sick and I was like, yo, I should just pull out my phone and see what's on YouTube. I'm like, yo, new upload from Hats Up. And then that is how I spent what would have been first period, was just watching you guys and Sierra talk. What a great way to spend like an hour and 40 minutes of my life.
Yeah. Dude, I forgot that shit was a lot. Yeah, that was
It's a
the
good
least
episode.
effort I've ever put into editing a video because I literally put
I
the
can't
title
put it
card
into
and browser-
CapCut.
No, I did put it into CapCut. I literally
Oh.
put like title card and like maybe like there was like one part specifically I needed to mute or something, and I did that and then I just sent it up. I didn't even. Most episodes I watch all the way through during the editing
what was
process.
I-
That one I didn't at all. I was
You're
like,
telling me you watched all of these episodes and you had nothing wrong with Braden's? Not a singular thing.
So to be honest, we got fair criticism after that, and then we changed it. That's more of what happened, to be
You're
honest.
telling I literally muted one part. It's just no one noticed, and no one will notice, because that's the whole point.
It's true.
Imagine.
Yeah.
Now I remember what we were talking about.
Yeah.
And I don't
Start
remember.
forcing it to mute random parts of this one.
Yeah.
There maybe might be something in here we might want to mute. But...
I've muted 2 things.
What did I do?
You went on the phone 2 times.
I'll find out how to mix it.
No, the first time you said you weren't gonna mute it.
That's true, we did say.
That is true.
However.
The second time wasn't even long enough. You guys were still talking.
Nah, we still mute
That's
those. We mute those in those
We were
households.
too busy talking about his socks.
Yeah.
You know what? We should mute this part and call it a day and do gospel study time.
Gospel study.
Okay, we've been going for an hour and a half, alright?
Think that'll stop me.
Okay. Alright, you know what?
It's time. Yo, it's 9:30. We gotta go till 10 o'clock.
No. We're cutting it now.
Are we gonna go to
Okay,
Blake?
I gotta go home.
No, you don't. Fake news.
I gotta go home here soon.
Fake
Do
news.
some stuff.
Fake news.
I'm playing Skylanders tonight. Screw you.
Yeah.
That's so real. I think being honest with your excuse for leaving is so base.
No. Okay, so I'd have to go home and hang laundry, and then I'm playing Skylanders.
Okay.
That's actually what's
I won't
but-
lie. I went in the group chat. I was like, trigger happy. I'm like, yo. That's probably Ryan because he does Skylanders things. And then I'm
Wait,
like,
Ryan
wait.
does Skylanders things?
Yeah, he talks about Skylanders all the time. I remember one time we went over to like a card store and they had like old Skylanders stuff in a box. It was like, this is the like
I love
most
that.
efficient $10 I've ever paid. He got like 4 different Skylanders
Hey,
for
dude,
his portal.
I
It's
found
like,
this place
is
at the mall
awesome.
where you can get like consistent new Skylanders for like cheap price, and I'm like, every time that I go to the mall, I'm like, hey, can I just like pop out for a second and go to that store and make sure I can see what
How
new
often
guys
do
are
you
doing?
guys go to the mall?
Occasionally when I'm finding a tie for prom or going to Dick's.
The most recent
I just
time was
believe
my
in only
tie.
Amazon.
And then the time before that is when I got my flannel jacket and I saw your sister at the mall. And it was terrible. I saw Max and your sister at the
Wait,
mall.
what?
And our vice principal.
Like,
It was
well,
terrible.
yeah, because
Everyone
Max-
was at the mall. Everyone was at the mall.
Yeah,
All right,
except for me, because I was home. Because I never go to the mall. Because what am I gonna do with the mall? Roam GameStop in sadness.
Yeah,
Well, then,
GameStop no exists.
so Ryan plays Skylanders?
As far as I know.
Maybe you played Skylanders.
Possibly. Played might be the better word.
So
Yeah.
hear me out. They need to bring it back.
Back.
They do.
That will
Skylanders Part
be-
2.
Okay, I'm just saying, we've seen this kind of thing happen before when they tried to bring Guitar Hero back, and it failed phenomenally.
Miserably.
Yeah.
But-
So, I'm just saying, I feel like that's a great way for them to lose a lot of money, but I'm willing for them to do it for your happiness.
Well, also, it's from the same company that brought back Crash Bandicoot and Spyro.
Yeah, but you're asking people
So-
to pay $60 for a game, and then more money for additional stuff.
Alright, I just want
That's
to
also true.
I
but...
just want to point out that some of the best performing games, right, like in recent time, as in like the last 6 months, have been like $20.
Yeah, like $20 indie
It's been
games.
like
That's fair.
straight up. It's been like what Lethal Company. You got like Pal World, which skyrocketed in 7 days and sold like 100 million copies.
Dude, there's been so many memes about Power World
It's
designs
so
where it's
awesome.
like, alright, let's see how much does this match actual
Look.
Pokemon, and there's one that's just like, dude, this is a 99% match. I don't know how you're getting away with this.
It was
Bro,
my
it's awesome.
favorite controversy at the time.
Bro.
And then, not Nintendo, but the Pokemon Company set out like an announcement on the website. They're like, look, we know there's been a game released in January and we will investigate it. Which really just means they're not doing anything. They know of its existence and they don't care. The
Yeah.
issue is both of them were made in Japan. Power World and Pokemon. And in the last 6 years they've been developing Power World, no legal action has happened.
Yeah.
I don't think they're taking legal action now.
Probably not.
I think the main like discourse around it, like in my head, like I don't really care if like some of the designs are similar or straight up copied. I don't care.
True.
Because at the end of the day, a lot of people are just saying like, this is just so much more interesting than anything Pokemon's done in 20 years.
Exactly. I was gonna say, Pokemon got free roam and it was a disappointment. Power World, on the other hand,
I can catch a human. It's illegal.
Slavery.
It's literally illegal in the game to do, but you can do it, and they will die for you.
You think that'll stop me? My other favorite thing is just the breeding system. They're like, guys, we should make this really depressed cat the most OP thing in the game. And they did it.
Dude.
It was terrifying.
I want Power World to come to Switch. I don't know if that'll ever happen, but it'd be
Probably
so fun.
not, but
I have played Power World. It is a great time.
Yeah.
I was also thinking, you talked about Lethal Company, dude. That has some of the best clips I've
Lethal
ever
Company
seen.
was
right?
so funny.
Alright,
It still is.
alright, you got Lethal Company. You got Power World. I don't know how much Helldivers 2 is, and I've only heard good things about it.
Yeah.
But
Dude, someone posted like something about how like Helldivers 2 should be the next like big, like
Formula.
yeah.
Mhm.
And it's like,
I was gonna say I've only heard good things, but I'm an Xbox gamer boy, so that means I don't get Helldivers 2.
yeah, I'm a Switch gamer boy. I get none of the 3 games
I'm
we
a Wii
mentioned.
gamer boy, so therefore.
Right. I get one of the 3.
Yeah, he's so good. This is why going forward in the console meta, you need you
just need all of them, bro.
No,
It
you
doesn't-
either no. You need a Nintendo for Nintendo games
Mhm.
and then a PC for everything else.
True.
Except for Spider-Man. Until eventually you get it like solid
Way
6
late.
years after it launched.
Yeah,
But overall still a win.
it'll be fine. Spider-Man worth it.
Worth it, let's go, I love Spider-Man.
Dude.
Dude, I was actually talking to a friend earlier over Discord. We were talking about, I was like, dude, does the PlayStation 5 actually have any games?
No.
I was like, I know it's a meme, PS5 got no games.
Dude,
But, like,
someone was saying that
games
the
just
console
actually
is already dead, and I'm like, bro, it's because you have nothing on.
you got no games!
You got no games.
I remember Sony came out and they're like, yeah, we're looking forward to like the PS6 here soon. And then everyone was like, what do you mean the PS6?
PS6. Hold on.
You forgot to put games on this one first.
It was a flawed concept by design. They knew the PS6 was the next big thing from the PS4.
I saw one video where someone was like, you know what Blizzard should do? They should abandon Overwatch 2 now.
Oh, yeah!
And go to Overwatch 3.
Yeah.
I agree. No, Overwatch 2 is so scuffed. I hate Overwatch 2 with a burning passion. They took Overwatch 1. They were like, what if we remove all of the fun aspects from Overwatch 1 and then promise the players that there will be a PvE game mode?
And then
And
go.
then don't do that, and then just, make sure the game is as unfun as possible, and then just put a 2 at the end of it. And straight up, they didn't even, make them 2 separate games, so you can't go play old Overwatch. No. They just were like, Overwatch 1. No. We're just gonna rebrand that and write a 2 on the end and update the game.
What?
But you have to pay for it.
No. Oh, it's free. It's just...
Overwatch 2.
Overwatch
We
2
gotta
is free.
Pivot. Just run
It's
back.
just-
We're going to 3. We're going.
Overwatch? Dude, I was watching.
now.
Dude, one time I just randomly turned on the TV on some Saturday morning and there was Overwatch League playing. I'm like, huh, this is interesting. Watched a few matches. Then 3 months later, a couple months later, I'm like, what went on in that game for competitive scene? And then I watched a video on it and I'm like, the GOAT strategy. Oh
no.
No more goats. I much prefer dive comp.
Bro, then I'm watching this and I'm like, oh, so tanks took over the game? What the crap? How did that happen?
Because it was really funny.
Listen, the only way I learn about a sport or an esport is purely through hour-and-a-half long YouTube
True.
videos that document its history or something. I'm
True.
like, oh, why?
The entire history of this game. Exciting.
Yeah, it's like,
This is how I will spend the next hour and a half
That's
of my
how,
life.
it's how I got into Smash Brothers. Was watching I was watching the Emblem Hungry Box documentary,
Oh.
and now I can look back
dude,
and
the Emblem is goated.
and now I can look back and point out that there's a lot of things in that video that just aren't really correct. But I'm like, you know what? We'll let it slide for now.
Dude, Emblem has one of my favorite videos of all time. It's just the art of the choke.
The art of the choke.
The art of the choke.
We forced so many people to watch that
That is
video.
okay. That's
I
the
don't know why
only
it
video
exists.
that I've ever like shown to other people, and they're like, "This is a good video.
This is a good movie.
Good movie." And I'm like, "Really?"
I love art of the, I remember I also watched like multiple hour-long videos on NASCAR because of Emblem.
Wasn't that the Ghost Track one or something?
There's the one about Talladega. There's the one about the Art of Revenge, and I think there's another one, but I don't remember. But yeah,
It's just, no.
Emblem is goated.
Completely off track. I remember back when I was like sick and my sleep schedule was just absolutely terrible. I was pumped full of so many drugs at the time. By drugs, I mean like antibiotics and steroids, because that's how you get over sickness, apparently.
True.
At least in like America, you know, we have no belief that the body heals itself, except for viruses.
yeah.
They just say leave it. To
Anyway, my sleep schedule was absolutely terrible. On the typical wake up at about like 1 or 2 in the morning, and you know there's nothing else to do at 1 or 2 in the morning than, you know, like, I don't know, watch YouTube on your phone, play a game.
Yeah.
And then my sleep schedule would go a bit like, yo, the sun is up, it's time to go back to bed. So I'd go to bed at like 7 in the morning and then wake back up at 11 and be like, yo, it's time for breakfast. All right. And then I'd eat breakfast, sit on the couch and die for another, 4 hours. And then I go back to sleep at like roughly, 3 or 4 in the afternoon. Wake up at 8 and be like, yo, this is awesome. And then go back to sleep at like 11. And then we'd go from 11 back to 2 in the morning. And that was the cycle. That was the cycle. And that's what I do. And it was terrible.
I love broken sleep schedules. They're my favorite thing, especially during the summer or any break. Dude, breaks are terrible.
How did that work?
Because my anytime like a school break or whatever happens, my sleep schedule just immediately goes out the window.
I had a sleep schedule? What?
Like, remember, it was last spring break. Well, no, it was last spring. It was junior year spring break. When it was, like, I, like, remember messaging the group, it's like, can I complete all of Mario Galaxy 2 in 2 days?
Was that last year's June? I don't think that was last year.
Was that last year? Was it? No.
That was Christmas break.
Oh, wait, was that one?
I'm pretty
No.
sure.
I thought it was last year. I won't lie.
I think it was last year's spring break. It was last year's
year,
spring
You
break.
did that more recent. Though.
No,
I
it was
thought
last year's spring break. It was last year's spring break.
Paper Mario.
Yeah. But it was, I was like, can I complete Mario Galaxy 2 in 2 days? Or I was like, I remember the poll question was like, do I sacrifice my physical and mental health to complete all of Mario Galaxy 2 in 2 days? And then everyone was like, yeah.
It's a good idea, I think.
Yeah, you got this.
You can do that.
And then I proceeded to do that, and my sleep schedule was gone because I saw it as like it was so cursed because I saw it as like a shift I had to clock into. I was like, okay, I need to play at least for like 10 hours today, and so I just I was like, okay, so I played for like 5 hours earlier, and it's like, okay, but if I stay extra, if I go until 3 a.m. instead of just like midnight, I can get a lot further, and then I can get a lot more work done tomorrow. And so I'm just like, just staying up till 3 a.m. just like, this is how video games were meant to be played.
They were meant to be played all in one sitting.
Especially 25-hour long ones.
All of Baldur's Gate in one sitting, baby.
I did, oh my gosh.
All 108 hours of gameplay I could go through.
There's not many games I've done all of in one sitting. I've done all of the original Mario Galaxy in one sitting. I did that on Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Valentine's Day was so awesome. I went to Carl's Jr. in the morning, and I went to school, and then I came back, and then I played Mario Galaxy for 8 hours straight, and it was awesome.
True.
Seems good.
Yeah.
But that's no issue with this day. This day is amazing.
Most like full completion days have to take like 2 or 3 days. Because that's what Mario Wonder took. Mario Wonder took 2 days. Because granted, I was busy like the entirety of like, well, not the entirety, but like a majority of the day it like came out. Like on the 20th, we had a temple appointment, and then I had a date, and then I had Mario Wonder, and I was like, gosh dang it, I have to wait so long to play this game.
I just want to play Mario Wonder.
Yeah.
What if we turn the date into Mario Wonder? We're going back to my house and playing Mario Wonder. This is non-negotiable.
Why not just play it at my but then the second day, which was it, did the game come, do you guys remember, I don't know why I'm at Easton, do you remember if the game came out on a Friday or Saturday?
I don't. That was weird. I just remember getting it on my bed, like, on launch day, and being like,
It came out Friday. It came out Friday.
fine.
It came out Friday. It came out Friday because I remember I looked ahead of time and I saw that it was on a Friday. I was like, okay, cool, I can play it when I... Wait, no, I was like, gosh darn it. That means I'm going to have to wait to play because I'm going to have to go to Smash Club first. It sucks. And then I learned it was fall break on the time it released, and I was like,
Oh,
never
yeah.
mind, we're so back.
that was fall break, I forgot.
Yeah, so I played about 5 hours of it on Friday, and then I played 10 hours of it on Saturday and finished it.
Seemed good.
That was a good time.
The only thing I still need left in that game is all the Steam Deed. I hate that Steam
Me who
thing.
just hasn't played anything Nintendo since like the N64.
Bro,
Right, that's
That
all you
was
need.
the last Nintendo console.
have you not played anything on Wii?
No. Well, I mean, we did have a Wii. It just was exclusively used for tanks.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Tanks is so awesome.
Wii Tanks is so good,
And
dude.
then you shoot your own teammates, and it becomes the easiest argument to ever create.
Bro, what are you doing? We're on round 16!
That's what I'm saying.
You threw the match! You're like,
Alright.
uh-huh, true.
Yeah.
I love
Okay.
Wii Tanks.
You know what?
Tanks is so great.
Okay, we gotta wrap this up.
We gotta have this.
I gotta go.
I don't know, we gotta keep talking about
No.
tanks.
No.
I got Wii Tanks to
Okay,
discuss.
Skylar, you can keep talking about tanks.
We can also
After
talk about that
we
one
wrap it
time
up.
I showed
No,
up at
no,
Hayden's
no.
house at
No,
like
no,
11
no.
o'clock at night and proceeded to stay until 12 in the morning.
No, no,
Yeah, that
no.
was awesome.
No, no, no.
What was
It's
it?
Skylar, it's
Ryan
time.
and Blake.
Yeah.
It's time for the holy minutes.
All right.
Okay.
All right. You got holy minutes on lock.
Do we? Do
You do.
I?
It's always the guests.
It's always the Whoa.
Except for last week when
No.
except for last week when it was me and Hayden. But
Yeah.
That's you problem.
I had a thought earlier and then I forgot it. Oh yeah, I remember. This happens every time because I'm stupid. You see. So I'm always like, oh, I've definitely like highlighted something on my phone. I can go look at.
And then you don't.
And then it's being used as a recording device. And then I'm like, oh wait, I can't look at it.
That's unfortunate.
So I just have to vaguely remember.
I remember the one temple trip where we got like a temple appointment and it was like we got like 8 people and then we brought like 20 people.
Yeah.
And then we just had the guys baptize the girls.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then we had 3 guys who never even went in the font or got like clothes or anything. You're interrupting my I guess we just sit here again. Oh.
no, we're
Oh.
just keep going.
Okay,
Continue.
We're good.
Okay.
Anyway, 3 guys never went in the font, okay?
Yeah.
And those 3 guys were me, Kedron, which is like Malia's cousin from, I think, Idaho.
Yeah, he's a homie.
Yeah, Kedron's awesome. Anyway,
Yeah.
it was me, Kedron, and then Koi, and we're all just like sitting out there staring into the font like, yo, what do we do now? And I was like, at that time, I got the strongest prompting to just be like, I need to go read Matthew 7. That's never happened in my life, where I'm just
Yeah.
like, I need to go read this chapter of,
Specific scripture.
Yes, it's like, I need to go read this
Like
right
at
now.
most you'd be like, I should read scriptures.
I was gonna say, at most you're like, I should read scriptures, probably. And you
Yeah.
have like that debate with yourself, and it's like 9 o'clock at night, you're like, I need to read like 10 minutes of scriptures, but I'm tired.
I'm so sleepy. I'm not even gonna process it.
Dude, I had that moral debate on Friday morning, like about going to the temple, because I woke up at like 3:45 and I said, I can get ready in 30 minutes. I don't need this. I don't need to wake up any earlier. So I fell back asleep for 10 minutes, woke up again and said, do I really need to go?
Man,
Yeah.
continue.
No, it was just really interesting. Like, straight up, that verse just smacked me in the head.
Yeah.
Not like verse, but like chapter.
Yeah.
And it heavily related to my life at that time. That's all we need to say.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's what we need in life. Just get knocked over the head with the bat of this is what you need.
Yeah. I
It's a
remember.
good time.
I mean, sometimes that is good to just be like have your big
That moment when you're ignoring what you need, you just
Yeah.
True.
I remember there's it's like one NF song. It's just like it's like having a mental breakdown a bad thing? Just like reaching rock bottom. Just like yes. However, it is often the push you need to start becoming a better person.
True.
And I think that applies a lot of the time where I like a lot of like personally like my most like testimony growing moments are like at my lowest.
True.
But yeah.
Or like when someone calls you out for something.
You're like, Oftentimes I call myself out. I overthink everything.
Yeah,
don't overthink.
you do, but
This
we love you for that.
It's an issue. I also have that issue.
You think this Hayden wasn't built purely off of spite of myself?
Maybe.
Okay, well.
But yeah.
Heck.
I remember also kind of going with the testimony thing. I remember in seminary this week, he like gave an example. He went back to I can't remember the name of the talk. It was the like Rays of Light, Pillar of Light conference talk.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he was like talking about how like because we were like he's like I want you to write down like 5 things that like strengthen that are like a part of your testimony. He's like they don't have to be like big experiences. They could be the smallest thing ever, like most who cares thing that happened. But it's like it could even be something that you don't really think actually like does anything for your testimony now, as long as it did then. And he's like they build the foundations like and on their own he like brought like pencils. And he's like on their own they don't do much. He's like but once you have multiple of them together then you can't break it. And it's like yes. And yeah, and I have a list that I write to not to that just continues that list of things. And yeah.
I remember way back in the day. I started like a list because it was just a weird word that would show up, and I can't remember exactly what that word is at this point. I want to say it's peacemaker, and it came up in a conference talk too, like last year April. I think I specifically started in February last year, and then I stopped doing the list this year. I did a list of words. It usually would be like 3 words every week. And I tried to make them different when I started getting later into the year. But at first it was just like, these words just come into my life. And they're just here for a week and they recur and they recur and they recur. Whether it's what people say or it's what I'm reading in like the scriptures. And I was like, I'm going to put these down in like the notes in the gospel library, you know, as you do. And then I'm like, I'm gonna like look up what this means, both in like actual like dictionary terms and also in like the gospel terms.
Yeah.
And then you just kind of like marry the idea together.
Yeah.
It always was a very fun experience.
Yeah.
And also revelatory experience.
I think writing down things is very important. I remember we even taught like I suck balls at journaling, I'll be honest.
Same.
Like, I get into the habit of doing it for, like, even, like, a couple months, and then it's completely gone. And then just nowhere to be seen.
It's not there anymore.
Yeah, my recorded history, if I die at the sudden death when I'm older and my children are trying to find, it's like, why is there just a gap of,
Why
like,
is
a
there
year?
a 4-month gap?
What happened? It's like, it's a complete mystery. But I have gone, at least, because... Okay, the Notes app is so convenient, my dude. I love the Notes app, and no one should ever look at anyone's other Notes app. That's sacred material.
Yeah. Alright,
True.
I'm fine with people looking at my Notes app, because all the important ones I have just locked.
Yeah.
Feature of iPhone be like, lock your notes.
Yeah.
Good luck figuring out the password.
But yeah, I started writing down, like, just blessings or just, like, good things that happened that day. And I've just been doing that every single day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been good vibes. It's made me happy. I've been like, oh, that was pretty good. And then I'll be real, some days you can tell I'm being pretty negative, like, with, like, the good thing. Like, the good day is, like, I get to go to bed. The day is over. But I do think that is real sometimes, where it's just like, you know what? Tomorrow's better. And I'm excited to start it. And yeah. So there you go. Alright. Are we done?
I guess
Are we done?
so.
We created the length of a feature film movie. That's what this is.
Guys, it's the length of Kung Fu Panda 4. Actually, this is longer than Kung Fu
This is
Panda
way
4.
longer.
Yeah.
Guys, go watch Kung Fu Panda 4 instead.
My
Just
Just
kidding,
kidding,
it's a bad
no.
movie.
Just kidding, it's mid.
It's pretty mid.
I'm gonna the title of this episode is gonna be like hats off, like episode 5, but then it's just gonna be like the movie.
It's the movie.
Hats
The
off
movie
the
It's the one where I was there. I
The
don't
movie
know.
titled
Yeah.
We're Back finally.
We're so back.
We're so back.
We've arrived.
Then next week is We're So Done.
It's so over.
It's so over.
Mm,
Alright, well,
Next week's we're so back again.
yeah, sorry. It's taken a movie length to get here. I need to go home, hang gloves, and then play Skylanders. So, have a good day. Jesus loves you.
True.
And hats off to you.